Where Cat? Cat is not going to be on stream for a few weeks. We're completely rebuilding the cat cam. And we're gonna be adding in like a shelf that she can sit on. So did the cat kill the cam? No, it did not kill the cam. But she is not comfortable on the original spot anymore, and the new spot I can't get a camera to get a good picture of her on. So no cat cam, probably not for a few weeks, unfortunately, but we're working on it slowly but surely. Howdy Yoinkus, welcome to the stream. Welcome everybody. So the game got a new update, and today I thought, let's build some new tracks using the new tracks that we have. And obviously this bridge is not one of the new bridges, but I'm building a couple of big ones that are going to need multiple layers. And this one is probably the easiest bridge we're going to build, because if we go over here, this one's going to be a nightmare. I have no clue how I'm going to fix this. I mean, I know how I'm going to fix this, but it's going to be painful. How am I going to make these supports up here work? So I've got extended open, I've got in-game super speed. What's new with the update? Not a whole lot, but let's see. So obviously there's these steel trestle bridges. Let me get closer to one real quick. Which, these are like basically crossings. You place them as a static piece of track. You cannot modify them at all. But you can walk under them, and they look really cool. As you can see, we've got a few of them up here. Along with that, there have been some new sounds added. For instance, if I go to the Locomotives tab, it plays noises when I click buttons. I think it's only for the buttons up top, but it's got a little bit of noise now. Just pretty minor. Pretty major update to one of the locomotives. The Glenbrook has a fourth headlight option. And it's basically headlight number 1, but there's one major change. There's a star where the number would be. So that's going to be great. I mean, I think this is on the prototypical Glenbrook, and I love it. I don't think I'm going to use this on every engine, of course, but, like, it really helps make one engine feel special. And I love it. Along with that, the Glenbrook has received an additional 6 paint jobs. It now has, or like, I think there's 13 now total, so I guess that's 7. Now, at first glance, these new paint jobs won't look very different from the old ones we already have, but this one, there's I believe, the logos, the little fancy bits on the pistons and the headlight are slightly fancier. Let's go back to number 1, because if you look at number 1, there's nothing up here, and this, I guess, is fancier in the end, but this one, also fancier. This one has a new tender with red lining on it. This one also has new red lining on it, but has a different pattern overall between the two of them. This one, I believe this lining is also new on the tender. So it's similar to the last one, but then, let's see. This one is just the pattern, if memory serves me right. And last, but certainly not least, this one's just pure black on the tender, which honestly looks awesome on the Glenbrook. And also, in the options menu, under audio, you now have an option to turn on game audio in the background when you tab out of the game. I am very happy to see that. Is there anything else, actually? Hold on. Why is the display resolution so abysmal? Also, there were a couple of bugs worth pointing out. For some reason, moving backwards didn't work, and moving left didn't work until I just rebound them to the same keys. They just refused to. And if we go over here, some of the cars are not very happy with this new update. I've tried re-railing them. You cannot re-rail them. They just do not have collision with the tracks for some reason. I don't know what's up with these cars. I haven't tried re-railing way cars yet. Let's give that a go. Oh, it worked perfectly. Okay, so way cars are fine. Stake flats are a little bit explosive. And as you can see, the Shay is currently upside down. And what else was there? Wasn't there like one more problem? Oh yes, the Class 48 does not like existing. King Oyster has seen better days. Glenbrook also doesn't like existing. I gave this one a star in Rare's studio, and gave her one of the new tenders. So this update has been a mixed bag. Also, apparently, people on some lesser computers have been able to actually get the game running. Like the beta branch. Not very well, not at a good frame rate. Speaking of frame rates, hold on. Why is the frame rate slightly worse? Is it really because I was set to 1600 by 900? Because I don't notice any change. Okay, no, the frame rate's just borked right now. Got it. So, those are the updates we know about. And today I wanted to build a big bridge using these new trussel pieces, which I guess I should show off the trussels a little bit more, because you can build them down here and you can select their color. There's steel gray, steel red, steel beige, which is the only one I haven't placed on this railroad yet. Then there's oxidized copper, which I have a copy down here. Let's go look at that. We got ourselves oxidized copper. And if I go the other direction, I can find the final bridge type, which was steel silver. Only problem is, super speed is really hard to control. It's right up there. I saw it for a split second. This is like a really horrible angle. Hold on. Let me just teleport myself there. Silver. What if in my vids I did scenic shots while flying of the trains running? I'm thinking of doing that for a YouTube short, where I just get myself into the sky at a certain point and try and get a good camera angle. Because you know how I do those YouTube shorts and whatnot. That could be fun. I keep clicking over on the far right thinking, oh, wait. This is obviously the steel bridge, right? No. It's not the steel bridge I'm looking for. You can't fly in Rails Online? No. That's a mod. It's the mod I'm using right now, but you physically cannot fly in the base game. Which, you know what? Fair. This is the 1800s. John Rarodson isn't supposed to have wings. He's not an angel yet. He's a demon. Okay, will that work? Feels a little bit high, but I think that'll work. Okay, I didn't make it long enough. Gosh dang it. Still waiting for Uncle Joe's cabin to be added for decoration? I don't know what Uncle Joe's cabin is. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we completed bridge number 1. On to bridge number 2. This is going to be so hellish. How do I even do this? Fortunately, the bridge itself is complete. Everything's in place, but how am I going to make all these pillars work? I guess, if anything, let's start by building a bridge at around the height that we're gonna have this all be. This is looking pretty cool. Yeah, it is. Only problem, it's a pain in the ass. Okay, step 1. Bridge, teleport. It's gonna be a lot of building bridges and teleporting this stream. I hope you guys enjoy that sort of content, because you're not getting anything else today, Tony. Okay, so it's around 55 degrees. Can I, like, sneak under this, please? No. Okay, then. Player list. Let's give myself flight. Do the bridges snap to track, or can you only snap track to bridges? You can snap bridges to track. It's so close to ground level. Ah! But yeah, bridges snap to track, which makes it really easy to build with them. Sounds enthralling. It kind of is. Honestly, this isn't like the worst thing I've ever done in this game, for sure. And it's not too terrible. It's just tedious. Sorry for the flashing lights, by the way. There's not much I can do to fix that. So we'll start placing it there. Oh god, I accidentally caused myself to fly down. But yeah, the new update is pretty cool, honestly. Like, aside from the massive bugs that break the game and make it mildly unplayable, it's just a bridge being built. We're talking a little bit about the new update, too. I'm mostly building bridges, and once I finish building the bridge, I will run a train. I do have a train I need to run today. Okay. Can I place this? I hate this flickering, and I apologize to anyone who might be epileptic. I cannot fix it. I wish I could. Okay. Layer 2 complete. Of Pier 1. God, Pier 2 is gonna need 3 layers. How's Piers 3 and 4 looking? You're gonna need at least an additional. You might be able to get away with 3. Oh. I guess since we're at the height for it, let's just build all of the tier layer 2 bridge pieces for now. I read earlier on Facebook that locomotives are off the rails. Did any cars go flying? I guess they kinda did. The cars... Some of the cars are explosive, some of the locomotives are explosive. Can I make this shorter, please? I know the length of track I need. It is not 25 meters. It is 5.2. Lovely, yeah, it's a bit painful. Did they fix the whistles? I don't know, I haven't tested whistles yet. That's not really my main concern about the game. Besides, I think the new whistles sounded good anyways. Aside from, like, the Ruby Basin. Ruby Basin's whistle sucks. Well, its new whistle sucks, I should say. Come on, I saw 5. I saw you hit 5 for a moment. Come on, you can go down to 5.2. 5.3 is going to be the best we get. Oh, well, that's okay, that's okay. That'll do. I saw 5.2. Yeah, we got 5.2 meters. And that little middle bit is impossible to see from a distance. Unless you know it's there. Which I know somebody's going to start pointing out that it's there every time I cross this bridge, and I hate whoever does that. Place a crossover for the next one. Placing a crossover isn't going to fix anything. We're still flying. Oh wait, actually that might be a decent idea. Hold on. You might be onto something. I might have just been foolishly assuming that it wouldn't work. Nope. Aha! Okay. That works. So you think it's something like... I can't believe this is the crossover. I give up. Oh, come on, game. Let me up. I can't see a dang thing. Nope. Gosh, dang it. It's gonna be a lot of this for the stream. Anyways, how's everybody's day been today? How y'all doing? How's it going? Perfect. Whoo! Sad. Alright. Full. Those are 3 very different answers. Not bad. I clicked. I placed that. What are you talking about, game? It's a shame the new bridge is a fixed piece and not a spline, but it's still really cool. Yeah, it is a little bit of a shame. I feel like there would be a lot more potential if it was just a spline, but it's fine, you know, like... I'm not going to complain about getting a new bridge type, especially one that's as useful as this one. But it would have been nice, even if all we could do was place it in straight segments. Like, you have a starter segment, a middle segment, an end segment. That would be kind of nice. But, alas. The trusses are too short, though. See, what I've been doing with the trusses to make them longer is doing this, where you have a little bit of overlap between them. Not much, but just like a little bit. Makes it feel more complete, and it makes you do stuff like this. Just laying down, attempting to go to bed, waking up at 4 a.m. Good luck and Godspeed, soldier. $4 a.m. ain't too bad. Seem like what? For you, 9 hours? Okay, yeah, we're How do I lay this inside? There we go. How close were we? Pretty close. God, the flying controls are so hard to get used to. Ugh. Howdy, y'all. Hello, Johnny. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Stir tries to build a bridge and screams for 5 hours. And occasionally talks about the new update to the game. Also, what's really funny about the new update, you know how we had that video yesterday with the turntable trick? Yeah, apparently that's been fixed. I haven't tested yet, but like, of course it gets fixed one day after I mention anything. Oh yeah, speaking of bridges, let's go ahead and delete this one while we're at it. Now the best part about this stream is, when we complete this bridge, I still have another one to build. How long are these compared to the big turntable? Well, let's find out. Here's a big turntable. Here's a bridge. They are most certainly longer. This one's at a slight angle to each other, but there's your scale comparison, I guess. Don't need that. Can I delete? Thank you, game. Thank you. That took way too long. God, this trestle is going to look gorgeous once it's done, though. Absolutely stunning once it's complete. I assume the new update is just a new bridge. No, there's way more to it than just bridges. Right now, we're just building a bridge, because bridge... there's new noises. If you go into the locomotives tab, there's this little noise for when you click on some of the buttons. Oh god, that killed my extended flying. Hold on. The Glenbrook has a new paint job. Actually, it has 6 new paint jobs. Which, it's kind of hard to tell the difference between them at a glance, but there is a difference. Random derailed loco in the background. Don't worry about that, that's fine. So, paint jobs. We have the original 6. We have this one, which is very similar to Type 1, but it has this on the headlight, this weird logo. Paint Job 8 is similar to Paint Job 3, but it has it on the side. Paint Job 4, or Paint Job 9, looks very similar to like Paint Jobs 5 and 6, but it has a different tender. Same with Paint Job 10. Paint Job 11, same there. Paint Job 12, I believe, is slightly different. I don't remember how it is. I believe the lining on the tender is slightly smaller or something like that. And Paint Job 13 has a black tender. Along with all that, they introduced a couple new bugs while fixing others. And I don't have my flying speed again. Of course I don't. And they introduced the new bridges. This was mostly a quality of life and bug fix update. Is there anything else I've missed in these menus? I don't think there is. That's about it. All there is to see for now. I just loaded the game, the horror, the cars everywhere. Oh, right. I forgot, there's one other thing about the Glenbrook to show. I'm gonna have to reset my frickin'... I've got to do the tab out and get the... whatever. Headlights. There is now a fourth headlight, and it looks identical to headlight number 1, except, if you pay close attention, there is now a star in the place of the number. So that's really cool. That's really nice if this is like your first engine and you want to make it really special, and like, also it's prototypical to the actual Glenbrook. Okay, there. Can do it on the ground actually, can't we? So those are the big update like things we know about. There is more, probably. I know the patch notes are very long or decently sized, but just tried out the new map, and I must say it looks really good. Glad to hear. It's a little bit chaotic. A little harder than I meant it to be, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, the East Broadtop hoppers are broken in the latest update, but we can just use, like, regular hoppers while we wait for the EBTs to get fixed. Hello, Smokey. Welcome to the stream. Did they fix the turntables? I have no clue, but they say they did, so they probably did. I'm gonna be testing them out once I finish this stupid frickin' bridge. Can I get up? Ah, come on. Really, game? Really? It's one of those days. Okay, you know what? Let's take the long route. What's wrong with the EBT hoppers? In the latest update, they don't have collision with the tracks anymore. They just phase through them. One pillar done. How's this look from the side? Oh, this is... This is gonna be amazing when it's complete. Oh, hell yeah. Torturing myself to get good views, not clickbait. Oh, it's just the EBT hoppers? Regular hoppers work? Yes. Regular hoppers work fine. It's just the EBT ones that are a bit jank. Let's go see them for a second. They're all down here. And here's a hopper that I tried to re-rail. Here's some more some more hoppers. These were just here. They derailed themselves. Here's some even more hoppers. The Tweetsy was on this train originally, but I had to take her off, and she was nose down in the ground here. And I had to re-rail her. Oh, poor Creasa. And there were also explosive stake flats over here. You can see they've kind of gone all over the place. The train was originally on this log pond track. The Shay is now upside down in the pond, and some of the cars are on the other side of the pond. In addition to all this, We also have this problem. King Oyster is trying to reclaim the Earth. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of bugs with this update. They did fix some, but they made more. I don't know how the East Broadtops got screwed up, but... Am I going to torture you tomorrow building coal country with trestle bridges? Tomorrow is not coal country. Sunday is coal country. Tomorrow, or sorry, not coal country. Tomorrow is not this playthrough of the map. Tomorrow is the community playthrough. So what's in the new update? I can't play anymore. Are you sure you can't play anymore? Because the new update apparently has made it actually slightly better, more optimized. And people have been reporting that they can actually play the game. Not at the best graphics settings, but they can play the latest update. All my skeleton cars, 62 of them blew up. Not in the mood to clean them up. See, there's a reason I only ever have like 12 skeleton cars on a map. Oh yay, Railroads Online extended flashbanged me. Lovely. Flashbanged you? What? How the heck does it do that? Hey now. No, I want 5.2 meters, please, game. Light theme somehow turned on. I don't get why so many people are vampires that refuse to use light theme, but here we are, I guess. Just glad SRL doesn't have any skeletons. Yeah, well, good luck cleaning up those hoppers if you got any EBTs. I don't think you got them for SRL, but... There's definitely gonna need to be a little bit of cleanup on that map. It melts the eyes? Are you insane? It only melts the eyes if you use dark mode on literally everything. Hold on. I don't use light mode for everything, but I use it for a bunch of stuff. I like it. It's good. Also, I'm not going to plug up all these tiny little gaps like this, because I don't want to spend 5 hours on one bridge. And nobody's going to notice them from a distance. And those who do, well, that's their problem, not mine. What's in the new update? We just talked about that a little bit a moment ago. There is a new bridge. And as I was just mentioning, try playing it. You say you can't play, but the fact is, some people have mentioned that it started working for them again, the beta branch. So you say you can't play, but you just haven't tried. Wait, the community save isn't coal country? Dak, no, I mean, like, the community save, somebody's already updating it, and so you don't really need to build track. And it's not this map. That's what I was trying to say. If you complain about it, you can fix it yourself. No. If you complain about it, it's just your problem. I'm never fixing it, and I'm not gonna let anybody fix it either, because... Jesus, I don't want somebody being here for 4 hours, and I don't want somebody ruining my hard work. No, that was a horrible placement. That is a serious bridge I'm building. Yeah, why do you think the stream is called, what did I name the stream? New update, let's build some bridges? What time is the community event? You can check the Discord. It is whatever the time says it for you, that's the time it will start in your time zone. And it goes for 10 hours. I kind of forgot to make the event until today, but it's available. If you don't, this is Luke Craft. Ah, okay. Yeah, I did not know. Let's hope this isn't a bridge to nowhere. Oh, don't worry, it's a bridge to somewhere. It's a bridge to another bridge that we're going to have to build today. And that one might actually be slightly worse to build. I'm not sure. I haven't built it yet, obviously, but... Can I... Thank you, game. 5 will get you access to the Discord. 0 will get you access to the Discord. You are that bored? No. Let me show you where this is going. Because we've already got all this trackage done. It's already going down that way. Over here, though... We have to cross this gap. And then we're done. Then we're home free. We've finished the project. But... I have to build this bridge, too. Yay! Everybody's favorite! I'm going to go insane by the end of this stream. Okay, back to this. We're actually really close to finishing this bridge. What is wrong with me? Hey, it's a steady, nice 2%, and it's a pretty scenic route. I like it. Come on, I saw that it was working for a second. There we go. Okay, is this it? This looks like it's it. Okay, perfect. Line it up. Place the spline. Make it curve out a little bit just so that it fits in better. Donk. I don't want to get stuck in there. Are you guys going to get back to another Pegger episode? We recorded one on Wednesday. Clyde taught me that trick with the turntables, and that's why I made that video so hastily. The video is unedited. It is already uploaded. It is ready to go live tomorrow. And if you enjoy the shenanigans, we're going to have a lot of shenanigans coming up. Hey, Jors, welcome to the stream. So, we've completed the bridge. We have one more bridge to build. Before we do that, though, let's do... Why don't we do a little run with the handcar? Just to show you guys what route this is. Yeah, tomorrow's video is 2 hours of uncut footage, by the way. Wait! Okay, bye, John Rarison. See ya in hell. How am I flying? I'm using Rares Line Extended. So no Georgetown loop bridges? I mean, this is kind of like a Georgetown loop. I did make that fire thing an emoji. Nice. Nice. This handcar might be getting a little too fast. Gonna slow it down. Just so we don't derail, I want to actually show off the route. Oh god, I just realized you can see the route to the coal mine up there. This stream, if I do complete the bridges at a reasonable pace, we're going to go to the craziest coal mine location on the map. Welcome, JHR. Welcome, welcome. The steel bridge spline is modeled after the actual Georgetown Loop Bridge. Ooh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Makes sense. Oh, I need to rebuild this spline. This piece right here should be a small bridge. I don't like having too many bridges, but that one definitely is far enough off the ground that it should be a bridge. So yeah, the line loops back around on itself. We're gonna have so many pictures of this bridge in particular. Oh my god, this thing is beautiful. Are you sure the Mosca will fit there? Well, why would the Mosca not fit there? We have much worse clearance on one of these locations. And we've had basically every train we've ever run go through these sorts of things just fine. So I don't think the Mosca will have any problems. I could be wrong, but... Alright, chat. Which coal mine do we want to visit today? 1, 3, 5, or 6? Highest of elevation, of course. Alright. We've done our handcar run. You guys have seen the route. And let's go put this back on the track. You know what? You know what? Let's have a little bit of fun. How many bridges did I build with the new bridge? Like 90. No, I built like probably around, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 bridges with the new type, approximately. I want to say. Alright, handcar. Demolish. Facilities. Sir, have I seen what you did on Minecraft? No. I'm not checking the server right now. I'm working on my game, man. And if we're talking Minecraft, we're going to be talking about the fundraiser to get the server up and running for the channel. I have one, just one. That is like minuscule in comparison. Alright, teleport over here. Just noticed they modeled the alignment frogs in the new bridge. That's really cool. Yeah, they have the guardrail tracks or whatever they're called. I don't remember the name. But there is a reason I'm deleting that track, I swear. I built an entire route for making a bridge go over the freight depot. That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. This is actually going to be the main line. I assure you. This is actually going to be a very important track once we complete it. Okay, so also, while I'm thinking about it, everybody voted that I go for track number 3, or coal mine number 3. So I guess that's what we're going to be doing today. Unless anybody wants to vote for one of the other places. Vote now! Perhaps I should rename the road on this map to the Bridgewater and Western. I mean, if anything, you should see the community save. Because if we're talking bridges everywhere, that's the save to think about. Okay, so 200 meters. Yeah, it's not going to work out in my favor. Okay, we'll go for straight track, maybe? I should have put a telegraph office up by the start of this bridge. I'm dumb. I am afraid now to go on the community save. On the community save, one of the community members who's building track a lot really liked bridges. Like, let me go give an example. Let me also, before I do though, let me place the telegraph office right here so I don't forget. Because for them, something like this would have been a wooden bridge. This piece of track right here. Something like this could have been a piece of bridge. Something like this could have been a piece of bridge. Something like this would have 100% been a bridge. Like, on a mountainous route, you had 80% bridge, 20% not bridge. Yeah, like, each example wasn't bad. It's just that there were so many bridges. It was like every 5 feet you would find a new bridge. And, like, I do get that you need to use a lot of bridges. Like, if you look at this route, how many can you... If we just go to this bridge over here, you can see another 1, 2, 3, 4 on this route alone, and we're not even looking up the hill where we can see another 4 just from this camera vantage point. And, like, if you... In my opinion, if you build too many bridges, it removes the impact and effect and importance of all the other bridges on the map. Excuse me. And so, like, if you have it so literally everything is a bridge, then no bridges feel important or special. And while we definitely have big bridge subsidies on this world, the other one, is that the screenshot with 1 billion splines? No, but we suspect that might have been done by the same guy who built the bridges. We don't know for sure, but we on the community save, I personally went in and deleted a bunch of bridges because it was just annoying, and other people were complaining about it too because it was so excessive. And, you know, like, some bridges like this one, which are huge and kind of excessive, these are cool, these are fun. And having bridges every now and again along your route, that's okay, but... You see the amount of bridges on this piece of track, which I consider to be a little bit too much in my opinion? Yeah, there was like 4 times the bridges on this one route. Well, not on this route particularly, but... I have very few bridges. I follow the terrain and use fill a lot. I use fill a lot too, and I try to follow the terrain, but I have minimum radius requirements that I also try to follow, so... Okay, back to the bridge. Speaking of bridges, it would be nice to have some stone viaducts, but they weren't really an American thing. Yeah, it would be nice to have a little bit of variation, though, just to add some spice to your world. Can I get up this hill, please? Thank you. Alright, negative 1,000 meters, 1% grade. We can do this. Okay, bridge. Let's give this a try. Looks pretty on it. Yeah, this should work. This should work. The Erie had a gorgeous stone viaduct crossing the Susquehanna. Yes, I believe the Susquehanna was the one. But that was standard gauge, and that bridge was pretty big. BRB looking at the Elliott and West Altoona map. So, Jors, we did reduce the amount of bridges on the map. So, if you look at it now, you won't see as many problems, but... My potato PC can finally run railroads online, at least the beta. Speaking of PCs, on the last stream, we talked a little bit about making a listing on Ko-Fi for a custom-built computer that I would build for people to run the Funny Train game. That listing is now up. It is not cheap, but it's way better than anything you'd get for the price at like Best Buy or Newegg. So, if you're looking for a powerful desktop computer that'll run the beta branch at a good, reasonable frame rate, check that out, I guess. Why does this bridge not want to place? Aha! It's going too far off from the other bridge. Yeah, I can get a stir-built PC? Real? Yes, in addition to my my plans for a Minecraft server, you could also get a stir-built PC. Congrats. $160. Java or Bedrock? Java. What about Minecraft with the Create mod? There's one problem with the Create mod, and that is you can't build... oh, Jesus. Are you kidding me? Oh, right. This worked. Create's problem is you cannot uncouple cars. You are stuck with the train you build. But the, yeah, immersive railroading, that's the one I'm thinking of doing for it. And basically the idea is I do a small series on it, but also include channels members and, like, Ko-Fi patrons. Could be a fun little way to get some more engagement, and also make a fun series with people who enjoy the channel. Looks at the turntable that goes into a bridge. There's a Create add-on that allows coupling and uncoupling. Interesting. Called Steam and Rails. How much do I need to pay to get in the Minecraft? $20 a month. No, obviously, we also need to actually get the server up and running, but there is a Ko-Fi goal for that. Okay, this did not go according to plan. Or did it? No, it didn't. Also, my stream is very behind. Clyde, you're honestly responding faster to my comments than some other people are. So I don't know if your stream is behind or you're just hallucinating. Oh god, it's 1 a.m. Classic stream watching experience. Sleep is very important. So if you need to get some, don't let me hold you here. That didn't work either. But it's closer. I think we need another 3 meters of track. Plan? What is this plan you speak of? I thought everybody winged it. I mean, honestly, we do. There is no plan. You stream at 3 p.m. because that's when you woke up and there was a game update today and you want to chat with people about it. How's this look? Promising, but I think it was a little too far. I think we need to move this back another 1/2 meter. Once we do, this should be good. So 57.5 meters. Measure twice, cut once, cut wrong. Okay. Can you still play small sections of track to make bridges with no pillars, or does that not work anymore? It does not work anymore. Now, the new steel bridges that we have, those work. You can use those. The new truss bridges we have. Perfect. Kind of. This is cutting it a little too close for comfort. Ah. You know, we could have a tiny truss bridge in the middle of this span. That'll probably help fix the problem I'm encountering. So, hello. Truss. Followed by bridge. We'll make this 82.5. That looks okay. Did you make a third lunar ridge, or am I really not paying attention? Not paying attention, because we have not made another lunar ridge. This is Mountaineer Coal Country, which was the video from last week. Alright, so I'll ask the question again. What coal mine do you guys want to see more? 1, 3, 5, or 6? Which one do you want to see the most? Most people answered 3, but since we're reaching this point in time, I might as well just ask again. Glad part of the fun of this is I'm not going to answer that question. Whatever the captain chooses? Ha! As if I know what I wanted to go to. I don't know the map, so put me down for the least popular option. I choose to be ill-informed and disruptive. Okay. So we've got 1 vote, 2 votes for 3, 2 votes for 1. One vote for whatever the worst one is, one vote, or whatever the least voted for is, one vote for whichever is the hardest to get to. Give me 2 votes, I'm just cool like that. Well, with the votes split across 3, I guess I'll go with the option that people voted for previously. $5, you get an extra vote. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. But the voting ends in 5 minutes or so. So you better get your votes in now. Alright, that's another bridge done. Yeah! Okay, we can finish this up. I have a little bit more track building to do. But we're almost done. Tony, we can go home. Out of the Spider-Verse. Clyde voted for, and I quote, whatever coal mine is the hardest to go to. Which I'm not telling you which coal mine that is. So I'm not telling you which one he's voted for. Since that's not a number. Blah, blah, blah. Which one's 3? Well, that's part of the fun of this all, is I'm not telling you which one is which until after you guys have decided on which one you want. So... oh yeah, I should have checked how long this piece of track is. Might be adequate. Might also be absolute garbage. It's around 98 meters. I'm off to bed for real. Sleep well, man. Get some good rest. Sleep is important. What does 3 look like? Attack, I'm not showing. That's the entire point of this. I'm not telling you what the mine is. You learn later. You learn when you choose. We're voting for the hardest one because we want to see you suffer. You know what? I'm not counting the hardest votes anymore. You choose a number. Attack, no. The entire point of this is that people choose a number, you don't know what mine it is, and then you go with it, and I'm not going with the hardest mine. Stir, am I an elementary school teacher? At this rate, yes I am, because I'm taking away everybody's fun. Clyde, that's not a number. Use this to make more good content, please. Don't worry, I will. We have a video coming out tomorrow. And it's going to be... It's another Pegger episode, and it's extremely chaotic. Because, you know what? I'll let you guys in on the title of the video. Let me go see what I named it. Seven oh nine 1347, close to the top left in numbers. Clyde, I mean, I have chosen a number, an arbitrary number for every one of the coal mines on the map. And you have to pick a number that is 1, 3, 5, or 6. One of those numbers is one coal mine that I've connected to, and I'm not saying which coal mine it is until we've actually decided on which coal mine we want. Number 3 final answer. I think we're probably going to go to number 3. Because a lot of people have voted for number 3, and there's one vote for anything but number 3. Number 15, Burger King. That's my brain in a nutshell. Anyways, the title of this week's video, I'm posting it in chat. That's coming out tomorrow at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 a.m. East Coast, United States. It's going to be great. Okay. So, number 3. Number 3. The lark. The lark, isn't it? Yeah, the lark. If anybody gets that reference, I applaud you. Clients have the mains as a placeable option? What do you mean the mains? Alright. Alright. Alright, let's see. Let's do... Oh, the mines. That makes a lot more sense now. That's interesting. I wonder why it's borked like that, but who knows? Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you want on your burger, King Burger, is somebody's foot fugs. I think you misspelled fungus there. G'day, Naval. Welcome to the stream. Alright. I think all I need to do is cut down a few trees, My guess about the dev tools is that they're working on a new map. They might be. I would hope so. I would hope that my popular video has given them some ideas on how to build a new map. They confirmed they use these tools for screenshots. Ah, there you go. That makes sense. Oop, sorry, I did not mean to bonk my microphone there. Alright, anything over here that I need to keep track of? Because, you know, they did get that new art for the game, or whatever. And so they might have been... I know that's been around for a little bit, but they might have been working on others. So... Okay. So... I'm going to drop a game save. And I'm going to turn off my super speed cheats. And... Okay then, that's a new noise. Okay, we take that. Makes it feel a little too gamified in my opinion, but I mean it works. It's a good identifiable sound. Also, render distance on caboose marker lights. You see that little red dot there on the caboose? That is so much better. Holy cow. Try the brake. Okay. Oh, so it's the same oh! So that's why. Okay. That's why the noise happens when you're in the buy menu, because it's the sound of the handbrakes toggling on and off. I have a $40 Walmart potato smartphone as my main source of internet connection. I've got a $30 phone, man. I feel ya. Okay, so if I go over here, how many rails do we have? Because if we have 10 rails, looks like we have 10 rails. We have 10 rails, okay. And if we go over here, I have a $100 phone I got for $20. Most of my phones have been $10 a piece. Okay, 48. Yeah, we have enough. Okay, okay. So, coal mine number 3 it is. And let's set the handbrakes 100%. You can actually use the marker lights on the caboose now. I know, right? You can actually communicate with various players on the map. Also, off camera, I have bought more locomotives for the channel, for the stream. This one is number 37, Risa. And she is basically my engine and my engine alone. Nobody else was going to be allowed to run this train. What is mine number 3, by the way? We'll see when it actually happens. Did we ever get Remy? No, nobody paid the Remy tax. It's still on the table. I still have not purchased engine number 10. but nobody actually went out of their way to do the meme. Which, you know what? Fair. Does that mean they increased client-side sound render distance for the whistles? I hope so. That would be really cool if they did. What is Remy? On the last stream, Clyde, somebody, since I'm named my engines after rat types, somebody asked if I could name one of the engines Remy. And I said, you know what, I'll do it for a little bit of money. And they're like, how much money? And I said, well, you can take a cheaper option or you can roll the dice. And there's a high chance that the option will be cheaper than the cheaper option, but there's a small chance that it'll be more expensive. And they rolled the dice, and they increased the price by $5. So if anybody wants to see Remy as a train, it's going to be $25. Because there's one locomotive on the line I don't have a name for yet, and if somebody wants that name to be set in stone and finalized, that's how you're going to do it. How much is it? Because they rolled a really bad roll, $25. It is not cheap. And that's because that's what happens when you gamble, kids. You lose. Clyde, do you have $25? One of these days you'll find somebody who actually has the time, effort, and energy to pay into the stupid meme. Alright. So these cars do look a little buggy. There's nothing I can really do about that other than buy new cars, but my Tweetsy is pretty, by the way. Thanks. I went out of my way to get the black and green option. And somebody showed me the option with where they had the second paint scheme with the black and green on the front, but then the pure black tender on the back, and I'm like, beautiful. And I went into Studio, I renumbered it so that the engine itself has no number while the tender has 37. And it's pretty. I like this engine. And there's a reason that it is my baby, my child. I'm late again. Hey, you haven't missed too much. You missed the most boring part of the stream. We sat around for a few hours building a bridge. It was not worth it. Your cat is Krisia? No. Krisia is the best translation for the pronunciation of the Russian word for rat. And my girlfriend is the entire reason that this rat thing is going on, and she's Russian, so... Okay, why is this? Anyone else think it would be nice if they added another outside frame 280, but this time a tender engine? It could be interesting, but at this point I'd rather just have a new wheel arrangement, honestly. I'd like something a little more interesting than another 280. We've already got 4. Do we really need a 5th? Wait, sorry, we already have 5. Do we really need a 6th? She is Russian, not a rat? You really needed to confirm that? But, huh? Georges, I think you misunderstood what I was saying. She is Russian, she likes rats, and this is the closest approximation of the pronunciation for the word for rat in Russian, translated to English. It's the best we can get. Alright, handbrake on. Let's go ahead. Marker lights. We want red on the back. And since this is a special train, we'll give it yellow lights. Are there any new marker lights, actually? No. Okay. That's quite noble and kind. It's also me just simping for her. Don't worry. K27s or 282s? I would be fine with a K27. Because if it's a Mikado, and you know people would love to see it. If it's a Mikado, that's good. My only concern is, again, it might be a little bit overpowered with how, like, strong it is, but I don't know the K27s very well, so I don't know if they were overpowered or if they were garbage. I assume they were good, though, because people seem to like them a lot. It did exist. A lot of strange narrow-gauge engines were built for Mexico's National Railroad. Oh, it may exist. Oh, also, while I'm thinking about it, on people like Thomas, it isn't very good. That is true. Oh man, you know what I need to do? I have some old pictures from like a year ago, maybe 2, where we went out to a Garden Railroad show with my father and my sister, and I know I mentioned this on stream recently, but it was a floor-to-ceiling barn layout in F gauge. F scale. Floor to ceiling. Had custom lighting and every single little detail was perfect. And I have a couple of pictures from that layout and I need to like post them somewhere because they are beautiful. It's an amazing barn, big red farm barn. How big are we talking? We're talking the size of a big red farm barn, yes. Like a small aircraft hangar. Okay, maybe that's a little bit too big. But does anyone have any advice on Railroads Online being stuck on an update? Pause the update and then unpause after like 2 seconds. See if that helps. F scale? Yes. F scale is... it's technically FN3, but it is 3-foot narrow gauge on G scale tracks. It's insane. It's also massive. And a little clunky. And this guy, he had the time, money, and patience to build the, to build an entire floor-to-ceiling layout. It was insane. It was beautiful. And it had a bunch of, it was Denver and Rio Grande equipment for the most part. There was a galloping goose. There was a bunch of outside frame Mikados, K-27s, I believe. Time, money, patience, and space. Oh man, you should have seen the lot of the house. The house is like in a corner of the lot, and then there's two giant barns because one of them is for the FN3 layout that's indoors. The other one is for storing the outdoor railroad trains. He has a 7.5-inch gauge live steam railroad that you can ride on. It's insane. Also, for those of you wondering what we're doing, we're loading our cars. The Uinta's motive power was cool, the right-of-way, on the other hand, was madness. I will still complain about the 2662s being added to the game. I will always complain about them every stream. It is a requirement at this rate. I am legally obligated to be upset. Playing the sister games to Railroads Online. You mean American Railroads? And now to our regular program of hating the Uinta melees. Actually, no, we don't want to load this yet. I want to pull this forward just so it's clear. Legally? I just complain about them basically every stream, and it's like, we have a checklist of things that need to happen. I need to derail, I need to complain about the Uinta, the cat needs to show up on stream, and I need to have some fun conversations. How about the bigger Uintas? No thanks. I know about those 2882s. I saw the pictures, but those things, don't they have 55,000 pounds of tractive effort? It's insane. It's stupid. The smaller the gauge, the cooler the trains? I think that every gauge has cool trains. And of course it all depends on preference, but... Alright, and I guess update number 2. We are currently going to the sawmill to pick up lumber, or sorry, beams. On the subject of new motive power, how about one of the EBT Mikados? My main concern is that we're gonna start... Like, unless we get a whole bunch of new engines that are more powerful, these new engines that everybody keeps thinking about would just be, like, so overpowered that we just not use any of the other engines ever again. It's always my concern, though, so salt that with a grain of take. Oh, we're on the wrong track. Whoops. This is okay, I know how to make this work. What we really need is a buff to the Eureka. That's a mood. Unpin. Handbrake on. Again, there is that Eureka in the game files that goes 27 miles an hour, apparently. Which would make the Eureka an actually good engine. Like, if it was one of the second fastest locomotives in the game, it would be actually kind of reasonable. But as it stands, just ain't worth the price. I love the Eureka because she's pretty. I hate the Eureka because she's slow and underpowered. The Eureka is a dead gorgeous locomotive, but the Glenbrook is right there. And with that new headlight and the new paint jobs, like, why would you ever go with the Eureka? I mean, I know why we went with the Eureka back in the day, but... They still use steam engines in Romania and, of course, Africa. Aren't there still a few in China, too? I know about some of the African ones, but... The, Eritrea Railway... 3 foot... No, 950 millimeters. Of course it had to be 50 millimeters. Is just... You could have had meter gauge. Why? But they have 950 millimeters, and they're running 0440Ts on the line. And it's really weird to see an 0440T pulling a pulling one of those modern shipping containers. And, like, yes, this is in revenue service. China has been on a dieselization program since 1998. Well, there's still a few steam trains around from what I remember. Also, there's some in India. Isn't there like that one really cool narrow gauge railroad that has like a bunch of switchbacks? They were still building new steam locomotives when I was born. Russia also has some steamers around. Are they using them in like regular service though? That's the question. I also Alright, so by the way, we're going to be going to coal mine number 3 in just a moment here. So, I hope you all are ready. '32, by the way. Yeah, that's kind of insane to think that they were still building steam locomotives that recently. Alright, perfect. Flat car loading. Oh, I was trying to blow the whistle. I accidentally just turned off the generator. Nice. All right. Coal mine number 3. I would say here we come, but they're still building steamers just for fun and history now. Yeah, but like, not for mainline service. That's a totally different environment, you know? Three actually building. There are a lot more Facebook pages. Also, I think the sun is starting to set, which is really annoying. I might have to set the time to, early morning. What are your thoughts on Tornado? I don't really know Tornado very well. I know it's one of those engines that they built in Britain as a mainline steam locomotive, but I am not knowledgeable enough in other country railroading stuff, so Stir shows off a route in the dark. Alright. Handbrakes are off, train bonked, no derailment, life is good. UP 4014 has been pulling revenue freight for a while since the restoration. I'm honestly not too surprised by that. I saw a video recently. You know those, like, really stupid pods that they have or whatever? The system innovations. Here's basically a truck. Not even a truck, actually. It's basically just a car for containers that goes on railroad tracks. This is a smart idea. But then it plays that, like, Chad music or whatever from that one Chad meme, and it just shows 4014 flying by at full steam, pulling, like, revenue freight service. I love that meme. It's so good. So, fair warning, chat, you are going to hear the screenshot noise a lot very soon. Because when we do this run, I'm going to try and set it up so that we can get great screenshots along the way. Then they strapped iron rails bolted to the top of them. That does not sound like it's going to go very well. I have to go to bed. The railroad doesn't wait for me to have my sleep. Excuse me. Yeah, sleep is important for the kind of job you're doing, for so get good rest, and thanks for stopping in. Have a good one. Alright. The sun is absolutely setting, and we even more absolutely need to make sure it doesn't set and we go in the darkness. So, that means it's time to change the time to morning. But I should probably get the train out onto the main line. Nah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine without the main line. We'll be good. Alright. Dropping a save. Ashland Pacific. Who's ready to see mine number 3? Okay, we'll set the time to 5:50. So it's a little dark out. Set it to 5:75. Let's set it to 6. There we go. There's these things called snakeheads. It's when the weight of the train rolling over the strap iron rails would curl them up at the end to the point that they would violently yeet themselves through the floors of cars rolling over them. Could you imagine being a passenger in one of those trains? Because I don't want to. I will happily pass. One, 2, 3. Sorry. 4. Perfect. It's a record of some poor woman who got speared through the thigh by a snakehead. Ugh. It's not gonna be fun. Alright. Full steam ahead. Coal mine number 3. Here we come. Oh, I forgot about this steel bridge. Little trussel off on the branch line. Hey, it's kind of cute. I like that. It looks great. Alright, the ascension begins. We've hit the 2%. Oh my god, that bridge looks insane. You're gonna hear that screenshot noise a lot. I'm sorry. I need to get screenshots both for the channel and for the Discord because they look cool. Here we go. Oh, these screenshots are good. I'm loving this. I know you guys can't see anything, but shush. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. The bridge. The very, very big bridge. The so big I don't know how I kept my sanity building this bridge. Oh, those are some good shots. Okay, what the heck happened there? What's new this update? Not a ton. Mostly bug fixes. And of course, by bug fixes, I mean they added in a few new bugs to replace the old ones. And I think I know what happened here, unfortunately. Well, time to reload the save. Fortunately, I'm not doing this in multiplayer. My game crashed. Thanks, YouTube. Or, not YouTube. Thanks, Rares Online. Thank goodness I saved. But yeah, there's a new main menu screen. There's more options. Host server. Realistic. Start server. Alright, so before we run the train again, I need to go up here and fix the grade. Because the reason we derailed at this point is because there's a very sharp and sudden transition to a 2% grade. So, is there any way I can make this better? Let's make it 1%. 70-meter radius. This starts clipping into the grass a little bit, but clipping into the grass a little bit is a lot better than the train derails on it, because of course it's derailing on it. 25 meters. Keep it at 1%. This time, though, we'll make this curve a little more. 100 meters for 15. Your train has the fear of heights, otherwise known as acrophobia. Acrophobia is real? Yeah, I have it. I almost passed out just from being on the 3rd story of a building once. A 0 out of 10, would not recommend. Alright. Gonna drop another save. Wait, I want to go back to the train before I drop my save. Train. Hello, train. How's it going? Save game. Ashland Pacific. Yes, I'm fine with overwriting it. Options. Gameplay. Set this to 600. And we're good to go. Let's try this again, shall we? Oh, you can't see, can you? Right. Hold on. There you go. I mean, you didn't miss anything. I just rebuilt some tracks. Wasn't very exciting. Any chance the bell boost tractive effort bug is still there? I have no clue. I've never actually seen the bell boost tractive effort bug. Everybody says it exists, but I've just never encountered it. Mostly because I never used the bell, but whatever. Alright, gentlemen. Full steam ahead. It's not much of a boost, it's roughly 2%. That's nothing. That barely does any change. The more you know, exactly. Alright, bridge number 1. You know, I'm gonna get a picture in this steel trestle if I can. This is gonna be cool. That's thumbnail material. Snowplow increases your top speed by 10%. I mean, it gives the snowplow a use. Actually makes it worth using rather than just being vanity and kind of bogging down your train a little bit and making it hard to couple to the front. How's our train doing? Looks like we're still attached. Okay, we're good. We're good. Alright, boys. Time for Big Bridge Round 2, this time in the fog. This bridge is so massive. It's so big. Okay, this is where we derailed. And this is where we didn't derail this time. Haha! Okay, we're safe. Alright, on to coal mine number 3, everybody. Switch is set correctly. Okay, thank God. I need to get the visibility on that switch stand a little bit better. That is something to do off stream. Or on stream. I don't know. Here's gonna be another nice screenshot opportunity. Oh, it wasn't too late. Yes! Okay, we got a good screenshot. Let's go. Alright. We begin the ascent. The climb to the coal mine. Number 3. We still have all our train intact, too. Looks like we do. Perfect. Crabs are just sea spiders. Still is delicious, though. That implies that regular crabs are delicious, too. Or, not regular crabs. Regular spiders are delicious, too. We were here just a moment ago. Now, we're here, but higher. That was a horrible screenshot. That was a tree. Alright, and this is the last switch we're ever gonna see until we make it to mine number 3. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and this one. I think this bridge isn't complete. Ah, goddammit, it isn't. I need to fix that. Well, I guess this stream is about building bridges, so I'll fix that later. You know, this is the fun of Mountaineer. You go into corners of the map and that you've never really gone to before. What's your favorite weather event in the game? It's either... I don't think it's fog, personally. It's probably more like, excuse me. I like cloudy, where the light's a little bit dim, and you can see light shadows, but you can still see most of the stuff. I also like light rain. Rain is always fun. Heavy rain is also good. We're coming into town hot. I think we're a little bit farther away from town than I expected, but, oh no, we are not. Never mind. Where did we... Okay, hold the phone. More importantly, why did we? What happened? Was it because I was slowing down too fast? Because I've done this test run before with a longer train. It did not come off the track, so why did this one do so? Oh god. Frick. This is bad. Can I make it up here? I can! No! Okay, well, we'll have to catch up over here. Okay. Handbrake. Handbrake. Where the heck is our car? The Tweetsy just loves to break couplers. This was more than breaking couplers. It does seem to be that I was running too fast, and the train hit a corner that it did not enjoy. Well, actually, the corner was fine. It's just that the compression of the train killed it because it was just a little too much. I didn't slow down enough. Well, I did slow down enough, but brain, whatever. Link. Brakes on full on these back three. No link, no pin. Alright, here's the train. I don't know if there's a link and pin on the back. We'll have to figure that out. Well, I'm still learning to run Krisa, so I guess this is bound to happen. Anyone else wishing for Knuckles and Rails Online? Honestly, no. I don't think we really need them, and while they look cool, I'd rather focus on more important stuff. Again, bug fixes, a better map, because the game itself is playable. Adding in knuckle couplers wouldn't really do much of anything to change that experience. Other than confuse some people about why certain cars work with certain engines, but they don't with others. Alright, it's over there. I'm coming, you goofy train. We'll pick you up, we'll fix you. We'll be back on the road in just a moment. But honestly, at this point, I feel like I just don't really care to get more updates other than bug fixes at this point. Because, like, the game's already functional. And just trying to make it more so that it'll work on more computers and it won't break so easily. That'd be nice. That's what I want most. Especially after this update completely screwing over all my EBT hoppers. Yay! 1, 2, 3. Okay. Back on the main line we go. I hope they patch that soon. I hope so too, because it's a very major blunder on their behalf to have that be the case. I know what I'm wishing for, some decretive buildings. Nah, I don't really care about those. Like, they would be nice, but everybody's always like, here's this thing, here's that thing. Bro, it takes 3 months for them to make a single engine. We're not getting these sorts of things, and it feels like we're all getting our hopes up over nothing. Also, coal mine. We're finally here after only 2 derailments. It wouldn't be a stir stream without them. I need to throw this switch real quick. Donk. Where is this? This is coal mine number 3, Clyde. Also, remember how I said they might have fixed turntables, but I haven't actually tested it myself? You guys want to test it? Because we've got a turntable right here. And we got an engine that needs to be turned around. If they fix, I will be useless now. Well, we're gonna find out. Because they said they fixed it in the patch. Alright, Carissa. Time to spin her around. That was a little too fast. So first shift decided to be wise guys and put the engine in the pit, and then management wants us to deal with it? Okay, turntables are fixed. Kind of. What the fuck is this? You're telling me that the turntable has no drift now? 0 drift at all? On one hand, I'm really happy. On the other hand, this is going to take a while to get used to. And it's going to confuse me. Alright, I want to be on this end of the engine. You're not getting paid for it, but you gotta do it anyways. Tony! First shift decided to be wise guys and put the engine in the pit. And then management wants us to deal with it? Oh god, the tender looked like it was lagging behind a little bit. Also, thunderstorm. Heck yeah. That's cool. I threw this switch. Oh, yeah, okay, we're good. We're good. Thank God. It feels so nice to be able to see the mark. Oh, by the way, we should test and see if client render distance is any better yet or not. Because if the render distance on these, on the lanterns is better, maybe you can see more of your train? If so, that's going to make life very, very good. I also wonder if the popcorning's any better. Now we're gonna let this bonk. And the tender didn't derail. Okay. This is a good quality of life change. Also, oh god damn it, right. The Lincoln pins got borked. You know, maybe I need to make a video. Another one of those Cliff Notes videos tonight and upload that on Sunday or something. Ramming speed. I know that there are 3 of these at the end of the train that need to be fixed. So, plan of action is we're going to transload. Probably 2 cars at a time, because it's seriously that bad at this job. Better yet, though... Okay, I know how we're doing this. I know how we're doing this. I have figured out the big smart... Break. Break. Hello, Jalen. Welcome to the stream. Let me guess, this was on the RGS? Probably was. Oh no, at the next station stop, he received another telegraph from the same engine house. This is not going to end well. Someone's gonna die. Either that or the hand derrick has managed to get itself stuck alongside the engine. Or both. Can this unload, please? Transload. Yeah, okay, we're good. Derek now in pit. Should we send first? You want leave Steam Derek where it is no more room in pit? That's a good one. Transload. This was not the car I expected it to load onto, but okay. Perfect. That's a good little story. That's fun. Is there a public server for this? If you mean for the game I'm playing now, no, it's $20 a month for people to join streams. And this stream I wasn't really doing for viewers. But there is a server we have, a world we have on our community Discord that we play every Saturday. And that one's open to everyone. That one's fine. We'll be hosting a session tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. West Coast time for the United States. And these sessions can last up to 16 hours. It's insane. It's absolutely crazy. Oh, wait, hold on. Ooh. Well, I just learned something today. You know how loads phase out of existence when you re-rail a car? If you just unload them onto another car, they phase back into existence. Price-wise, this game is not entirely worth it. I disagree. $35? I've played this game for 1,000 hours. One movie ticket for 2 hours of your time is $5. So I bought 7 movie tickets for... Where's my calculator? 1300. Sorry, 1337. I have actually played this for elite amount of hours. Over to 7 movie tickets for 668 movie watches. It's got its bugs, it's got its frustrating bits and bobs, but if you're buying the game, you're getting your money's worth. Is the price 30 again? I thought it was 40 for some time. I think it is currently $35. I'll quickly double check. Store page. Yeah, $34.99 on Steam. They bumped it up to $50 for a little bit, but put it on sale, so it's back at $35. So, while some might say it's not worth it, I think if you can get the if you can actually get some time out of it, it's definitely worth the money. And this is a game that will very much take away your time. Is there taxes on the Steam app? I believe there are. I'm not sure. I live in Oregon, so I don't know. I wish I had a PC that wasn't a dead potato so I could play. Well, again, we now have the Railroads Online box available for $875. God, it's so expensive. And that's with me trying my best to keep the parts cheap and reasonable. It's still... It's still so much. Let's see. Link. Zelda. Alright, I know how we're doing this now. I see how we need to do this. Oh, speaking of which, I haven't actually mentioned the Minecraft idea on the side. Have I? I mentioned it on the community Discord, but I didn't mention... I didn't mention it here. I have O-scale model steam locomotives that cost more than that, so it's not too bad. Yes, model railroading is an expensive hobby. But I was considering, I guess thinking about the Minecraft thing, I've been considering getting a Minecraft server for channel members, and doing a small series on that. It's a bit of a long shot because I need to actually purchase the server to run it on, but could be a lot of fun to play with immersive railroading and have a little bit of fun running trains with folks in a different game. And actually building tracks for something worthwhile in the server. Rather than, I want to move oil barrels. No, I want to move like 50 stacks of coal in one boxcar. Could be fun. Alright, brakes. Brakes. Let's not bash this into the bumper, please. Okay, we didn't bash it into the bumper. Let's go! Any link and pin? There's a link, but no pin. Or sorry, a pin, but no link. My bad. Do the cabooses still derail easily with the update? I haven't tested it enough, so I can't say with 100% confidence. But it seems like no. The cabooses are fine now. At least relatively fine. And the tenders don't derail at a moment's notice. So what are we doing? Filling up coal mines? Yes. We are currently... We just filled up coal mine number 3. And we're going to be heading to Spawn to pick up some coal hoppers. Because the East Broadtop hoppers are horribly broken right now. Like, it's just depressing how bad they are, but... So we need to get a new cut of regular hoppers, and then we'll pull those up here, and we'll take out the coal we just made. Link. Cabooses, caboose, caboosuses, cabice, caboosen, cabeeson. That's what we like to call them. Thinking about to get this game. Oh, well, speaking of derailments and cabooses. Seems they do not like bumpers. Got it. Quick, do it while it's still cheap. Yeah, well... Just remember that the beta branch sucks. Like, it's really harsh on computers. Like, again, that $875 computer that I mentioned a moment ago that, like, I build for people, that's, like, the minimum specs. Okay, maybe not the absolute minimum, but minimum reasonable specs just to play the game. So if you have a half-decent gaming computer, then all's well, but... Did I just re-rail this into the void? I think I did. Whew. Yeah, aforementioned book has a wonderful section on cabooses and their history, as well as a period of slang terms for them. Fun. Alright, I'm gonna drop a save, and then we're gonna hightail it back to that sawmill we started at. And we might end there. I'm not entirely sure. Because I'm surprised. The stream was gonna be a quick stream where I just built bridges, but oh, I forgot to save. It's turned into a stream where I'm actually running trains and chatting. You know, maybe I'll host an operating session on the Discord for channel members to join in and help me set up for Sunday, because we will be doing another stream Sunday, as always. So yeah, I don't know where else to take the sentence. Does the public server require the YouTuber subscription? No. Public server is public. both the Discord and the public playthrough. It's just this stream save and like joining in on videos and recordings. That's the subscription requirement, the membership and whatnot requirements. We have so many steak flats. Hi, Ballin. I never actually showed you guys what corner of the map. We went to this coal mine in the upper right-hand corner. Yeah, we're pretty far off the normal path. How many cars can you pull before you start popcorning? I don't know. On the public server, we do have a rule about train length. That's to keep people from doing like triple headers of the same thing every day, and also to keep like jobs not flowing so fast that nobody has anything to do, and also render distance. Client side doesn't really get very good a good render distance for the actual whole train. So we have a 10-car limit on most trains. Though, after enough deliveries, 24-car doubleheaders can be run. Catching the live from Tangier, Morocco. I hope I'm pronouncing that town name right. If I'm not, I am sorry. But welcome to the stream. Currently just running a very fast freight train downhill. Quoting the book: caboose, crummy, way car, van, cage, doghouse, drone house, bouncer, bedhouse, buggy, chariot, shelter house, glory wagon, go-kart, hack, hut, shelter house, monkey wagon, pavilion, palace, parlor, brainbox, zoo, diner, kitchen, perambulator, cabin, car, and shanty. Hello, Sawmill. Number 1. Oh man! We're gonna get back to the, to the big bridge as night's falling. This is gonna make for great screenshot material. They forgot bobber. I mean, I think, isn't a bobber caboose a specific type of caboose? So it makes sense that it wouldn't be, like, ubiquitous or whatever. Alright, big bridge number 1. So, oh, yes. Yes! The lights on the caboose. You can see them clearly. Alright, here's the bridge. God, I love the way this thing looks. Yes! Oh, that's a perfect screenshot. Woo! I love that. Okay, we're gonna send that on YouTube once we finish this stream, which will be very soon, because I definitely need to get some food. And this is an impromptu stream. I don't want to be sitting here for like 6 hours straight again. That's another good shot. That's another good screenshot. Oh, this one's also really good, isn't it? Oh, there's so many good shots on this route. Just building this bridge today was 100% worth my time. It may have taken me like 2 hours to do, but it's such a pretty bridge. That was a horrible screenshot, unfortunately. It was not timed correctly. Here's another steel bridge, or truss bridge. Unfortunately, it doesn't really pick up very well in the darkness. Did you know that Betsy can pull 600,000 pounds? On flat ground, she can. Very slowly, but she can. I wish I had fixed the problem with the river. I don't know why the river is still messed up. Another great story in the book is the saga of the latest train on record at a whopping 3 years, 16 days, and 10 minutes late? Jesus. Whew. How does a train arrive 3 years late? That's what I'm wondering, man. How do you mess it up that bad? What happened to your train? Did you get stuck in a blizzard and then in a landslide and then you got, like, put in a cave for 7 years and then somebody finally uncovered your fossils? It was a line in Texas that got washed out by the Great Galveston Flood of 1900. Ah, there's the problem. Or, not really problem, but there's the thing that made the thing happen. Unlink. Break 1. Break 2. We want this to go into the engine house for a second, because we got our turntable to worry about, which we're just replacing because it's easier. How does a flood lift a train off the tracks? I think what the flood did was it washed out tracks. Oh, never mind. The whole thing was stuck in the sand from the flood. Amazingly, with all its freight intact, it just took the railroad 3 years to dig it out. Well, that must have not been time-sensitive materials like, say, frozen goods. That's kind of hilarious, honestly. At least the train made it. Oh yeah, I forgot the Montezuma fell apart. We'll fix that off stream. That's a bumper. This track. Second track. We want to stop right here. It's a little bit early. The Unreal upgrade has improved this game. Absolutely, it's stunningly gorgeous. It is a beautiful, beautiful game now. How goes the rotation? We just spinned it. Train has been spinned. Spinned, spun. Words. Words are hard. Mission complete. Mission success. Whatever the words are. Did they fix it? Yes, they fixed it. I posted the video yesterday. And of course, they push out a fix the next day that fixes the exact problem I was trying to help people with. It's one of those days. Oh, right, this way. Defined by a train rotated any number of degrees by way of turntable. Okay, so we want no handbrake. No handbrake. God, that sound is satisfying. I don't know if it's realistic. I don't care. That new sound, mwah, beautiful. I love it. Addendum train go wee. On these streams, they're kind of obligated to. They have to go wee. Alright, linked. Wait. Oh. I think there's a little bit of a bug with the lighting. You can see that the lights are refracting through the wall. I'm not complaining. It looks good. It makes this look like this is a nightclub of some kind. What train would I recommend to start with? Well, I mean, you start with a Betsy and a flat car. Or on the custom maps, Shays, Montezumas. Personally, for the first engine you buy, get a Glenbrook. The Glenbrook recently got a new headlight that makes it have a star where the number would usually be. And it looks beautiful. And on top of that, it has some of the most options. Some of the most paint job options, one of the fastest speeds in the game, and a pretty good price for power ratio. What about this map I'm using? This map comes with a Montezuma and 2 flat cars and a way car. Or it comes with a Shay, 6 skeleton flats, or skeleton cars, sorry. And a way car for that line too. You see that there red light? That's newfangled transparent wood. I ain't never seen nothing like that in all my life. Except for the time that one of them crashed through my skull. But that's a different story for another time. John Raritzson, 1895. I love how I go over this crazy whippersnapper of the 1800s straight to calm ASMR voice again. Donating to remind others to donate and to help you hit your payment threshold for this month. Gordon, I actually haven't talked too much about the Minecraft server thing on this stream yet. I should, but I haven't. I am lazy. I honestly want to use the Ruby Basin. It's my favorite engine. My problem with the Ruby Basin is it's overpowered. It is one of the fastest engines in the game, and it has the best price for power ratio. And it's a tank engine, meaning that if you run it backwards, it's got the headlight on the back, so nobody cares. I don't know why they made it cheaper than the Cook Consolidation, even though it's faster. It's like $300 cheaper, too. Also, in case anybody's wondering why we're running light with just an engine and a caboose, we are headed for the freight depot, where we're going to pick up some new freight cars. And we might end the stream there. We might also run one last run of coal for the day. I'm not sure which, but... Also, check in. Stream audio good. Stream quality good. How's everybody's day going? Here, have a $2 bill. Hey, wait a minute. You know, I have actually 2 of those right now, right? I remember we talked about this on stream a few streams ago, but I have 2 $2 bills. Right here. And I guess to clarify about the payment threshold stuff, YouTube hasn't paid me yet. This is because YouTube's system isn't actually, like, it's not unreasonable or anything, it's just that they require that you hit $100 before they pay you. And they also require that they only check it once a month. And we're like $8 to $10 away from hitting that threshold. And I'm pretty certain the stream alone has made it so we'll hit the threshold on time and everything will be fine, but that's why Fenwick Muse has mentioned the payment threshold and donated $10. Just so everybody's on the same page. Holy cow, this bridge is so high up. I love the way this looks. I absolutely love the way this looks. But Jesus, man, it's so tall. Why do you guys use the way cars, though? Like, in general, putting cabooses on the back of our trains, or just way cars over cabooses? Why do we do that? Because there's 2 different answers for 2 different questions there. Oh god, I need to relay this track. That is a huge bout of floating groundwork. Whew. Donate to the man or else you'll need to become a Minecraft streamer to pay the bills. Donate to the man to make me a Minecraft streamer to pay the bills. So, way cars in particular, I put way cars on the starting maps because they're slightly cheaper than bobber cabooses, and it feels a little more fitting for the starting railroads, because these are supposed to be starting railroads that are self-contained. Like, the McCleary Timber Company is only supposed to be McCleary Timber, and the Everett Stevenson Logging Company is only supposed to operate on the Everett Stevenson Logging Company's tracks, you know, and like in that region. And so by giving them a way car, it helps distinguish them from most people who use bobber cabooses instead. And so it reminds players that, hey, these railroads are supposed to be their own thing, and while you expand your network and buy more trains and whatnot, this will be different enough from your own railroad to feel distinct and unique and all that. We also use way cars to make fake passenger trains by putting a boxcar and like 6 way cars together. It's a very good way to make it look like this passenger train and feel like you're doing passenger train operations. Also, they're $50 cheaper compared to bobber cabooses. And they're lighter weight. Not by much, but that does add up. Alright, we're here. Spawn. where we have a bunch of engines sitting over there that I forgot to remove from the spawn yard. Give me a moment. Unpin the caboose. And I guess we'll put the Tweetsy on the turntable before we re-rail these engines. The other thing about weight cars and cabooses is, while they are worthless, they don't actually do anything to your train physically, and you know, if you want to play with hyper efficiency, you can do that. But one thing people often forget about this game, it's a rail fanning game. You're here to look at the cool trains and have fun, and if you make a bad decision about what engine you're running, who cares? As long as you're enjoying yourself and making a good-looking railroad, and getting the engines that you enjoy, who cares if you run a way car or a caboose at the end of your train? That's just how you run. And if you run with a loop on your railroad, that's okay. I mean, I'm not going to play on that railroad because I hate loops with a burning passion, but they add a nice safety barrier for multiplayer night operations. Too? Yes, that they do. I threw the wrong switch. Well, Chris says off the tracks. They make it easier to communicate with players in multiplayer by putting on the lights. And if you're wanting to save as much money as possible, then go for way cars rather than cabooses if you're going to run cabooses in the first place. Because way cars are cheaper. They're $50 cheaper, or $50 cheaper than cabooses are. I hope we're linked. I think we're linked. Unless you're referring to this as a way car. This isn't a way car. This is a caboose. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1. Way car will remember that. What are we here playing? Heavy Rain? Game of the year that nobody asked for. And its storytelling is actually kind of mediocre. I just think that the smelter just demands cordwood and only that? What's that have to do with way cars, though? Because, yeah, it does demand a lot of cordwood, but... Okay, we got it. We got it. Those cars are one of the cheapest car types in the game. Only outdone by skeleton cars and by what's the other one called? Why can't I think straight? Steak flats. Everything else in the game is more expensive than the cordwood cars. So, like, if you're afraid about running out of money because you bought one caboose, I've watched RT gameplay Heavy Rain 3 or 4 times, and I still don't remember anything besides yelling and losing fingers. Do you not remember the bimboification scenes? That were completely unnecessary? There are some very sexist scenes in there, and, like, scenes that were obviously included because... You ever seen that meme Of like, on tonight's episode, the writer's poorly disguised fetish. I didn't want to mention the 4-button bra removal QuickTime event. Yeah, no, that's all I remember about the game. I don't remember the scene, I just remember that it exists. For some reason. Bimboification is a strange fetish. In my opinion, the Ruby Basin is the best engine for the coal mine. I think the Tweetsy's a little better if you can get a good grade. Usually, when it comes down to steep grades, though, we like using the geared engines. Mostly because, again, we don't care so much about efficiency as we do making the game fun and interesting. And part of that means choosing engines that otherwise wouldn't be the best. One of those engines is something like a Heisler. And the Heisler is a very pretty engine that works very well on steep grades. Did I not throw in a piece of coal? Could have sworn I did. Just make 2% switchbacks to every coal mine. Yeah, good luck with that. You're gonna be making a lot of switchbacks if you're gonna be making 2% switchbacks to every coal mine on this map. We made 4% switchbacks to one of the coal mines. Coal mine number 6. And it still took us 3 switchbacks in order to make it up the hill. So for those of you wondering what we're doing, by the way, we have engines number 6 through 9, and they are currently in the spawn yard, but they need to be in this engine shed over here, in this engine storage area. And so I'm just re-railing them over one by one. Once that's complete, we will do one final run for the day. And that will be empty hoppers to coal mine number 5. Along the way, though, we're also going to pick up an extra engine. Maybe? I don't know. We'll figure that out. When will they add 10-wheelers to this? Good question. We don't know when they're going to add new engines. They just sort of do it on the fly. Alright, Tanizumi, you're engine number 8, right? Looks like an 8 to me. Oh. Yes, right. Engine number 8 is Tanizumi. Engine number 9 is Norvegicus. Because engine 9, for those of you who were there for the big live stream where I streamed for 9 hours straight, Norvegicus is the Lone Oak Southern engine. She doesn't have her same number nor railroad name anymore. She's a part of the Ashland Pacific's roster. But she's found a new home, and her number's still 9. So while she's not 19, she at least gets to keep part of her old number. Y'all debating the merits of the most OP engines in the game, and I'm over here adoring the 10 Mile. I mean, the 10 Mile's a good engine. I love that little bastard. My favorite fleet of locomotives, honestly, is, well, the starting fleet we had for this world. It was a 10-mile, sorry, two 10 miles, two Glenbrooks, and two Moscas. All of them, one Mosca. All of them in the bright red paint schemes. And so in this map, you can kind of tell what set a locomotive is in. Because if it's pinkish red, then you know that it's an early engine that's weaker. And if it's more black than anything else, it's a more powerful locomotive that is designed for longer trains. Also, the 10 mile is a good choice because it just has... While I think the Glenbrook is slightly better, the 10 mile gets a... The 10 mile has a little bit extra power. And while it doesn't have extra speed, at least it has more power, so you're getting something for the money that you're putting into it, you know? Still got air brakes. It's still got a respectable 20-mile-an-hour speed cap. It's a good engine. I guess, Norvegicus, you're getting your tender brake on. Tanezumi, you're getting linked to your tender. Perfect. I love Mason bogies. They're very pretty and make my little gray cells happy. They are very cute little locomotives. What's the point of a game if not to pick what you think looks nicest and work to make it actually viable to a degree? Exactly. That's basically the entirety of this game. That's a lot of locomotives. You need a proper roundhouse? I already have a proper roundhouse. In fact, I have two. But we're just leaving them here for a moment because I need to sort them out later. Because what I'm going to do off stream is I'm going to get some Ko-Fi and subscribers and channel members. And I'm going to take a bunch of cars from the spawn yard. I'm going to spawn in a bunch of them and I'm going to spread them throughout the map using these 4 engines. Because this map is going to be very heavy duty. This is designed to host like 10 players at a time on a bad day. And we don't have the trains for it yet, so that tiny little shed over there is just a little temporary storage. The Tweetsie is the closest thing to the Polar Express in this. I wouldn't say so. I don't think there's anything close to the Polar Express. Because the Polar Express was a 284, not a 280. But there's 5 locomotives in this game that are 280s. What would a narrow gauge Berkshire look like? I'm sure one existed somewhere, right? Alright, so we're buying cars 201 to 210. Order. 201. Order. Back up. Let's get those engines. Let me rephrase that. They need to add a proper procedural modular roundhouse structure to the game where you lay down a turntable and the game just wraps the roundhouse around it. That'd be kinda cool. Very nice. Fortunately, there is a way to make good actual roundhouses already in the game. It takes a little bit of trial and error. It ain't the easiest thing, but... Donk. You know, what if the Polar Express was secretly broad gauge, but nobody noticed, just because the kid was never actually close enough to the tracks? 204. (203). As far as I'm aware, they never built superpowered narrow gauge locomotives. That being said, there might be some that went south of the border. The strongest narrow gauge locomotive I've been ever able to find was those Uinta-esque Mexican locomotives, the 2882Ts. That's the best that I've ever seen. Which were kind of absurd to think about. Because those things had 55,000 pounds of tractive effort. And if I remember correctly, recently I stumbled across an engine in the standard gauge that had the same amount of tractive effort. It was like an 060. Superpower being defined as having a very deep firebox requiring four-wheel trailing trucks. Yeah, those probably didn't exist on the narrow gauge. The brake wheels make noise now? Yes, they do. It's really quiet, but there's also a, there's also a noise for linking cars now. Putting in a pin, taking out a pin, putting in a link, taking out a link. Alright, so we have... So by the way, why we're buying these cars is because the EBT hoppers are broken. 206. You cannot use them. They fall into the tracks. You physically cannot use them. It's really stupid. It did like 5 miles an hour and couldn't power itself. Oh, hang on, I'm thinking of the triplex. Yes, the triplex, I believe its top measured speed was 15 miles an hour. It could power itself, but it was not... And it could push engines up a hill. But beyond that, it was slow. It was painfully slow to such a point that it wasn't worth the time, effort, and energy. Triplex locomotives are just cursed. You can say that again. Those things were legitimately crazy. $208. 207. There's a reason I'm buying these out of order. The triplex is just an abomination of a locomotive. You can say that again. Okay, wait, handbrake. So in a second here, we're going to head for coal mine number 5 to end the stream. Coal mine number 5 is one of the southern coal mines. We've only been on the northern part of the map for this entire part of the playthrough. And, hilariously, we're going to go back to the northern part of the map to get back to the southern. So, buckle up, babies. Strap your pants out, and we're gonna hit the road. Not immediately, but soon. Alright, now we get car 210. Followed by car 209. And is there any other cars I want to buy right now that I think would be cool? We could get a snowplow. And I know we need a geared engine for the route. We might have to look into getting a Heisler or a Climax, but we'll worry about that after stream. Right now, it's Morbin time. Duplexes were actually relatively good engines, but they required skilled engineers who understood their power and wheel slip issues. Yep. See also the Pennsylvania tests with the T1, where they sent them off to the Chesapeake in Ohio. And the C&O actually really liked them, and they performed much better. And then there is the T1 project currently going on. And that's going to be amazing when it gets finished. Can you imagine a mainline engine that big? That fast? I mean, I know the FRA wouldn't enjoy it and would tell them to go buzz off, but people have speculated that the engine might be able to break the Steam speed record. Safely. Not like Broken Bone BS. And like beat the unofficial records that beat Mallard, too. That would be fun. That would be great. Alright, back to the back of the train. Alright. Caboose. They need to add the EBT number 16. I really don't know when they're going to add more engines, honestly. I do know that they have one in the works, that 440 American, that they were going to have for the contest. Remember how there was that contest? Yeah, they were going to go ahead and they were gonna, from what I hear, I should say, they were going to go ahead and add that locomotive to the game, or at least a very similar look-alike. Actually very fond of them, saying they're very smooth running and very powerful, as well as not being any more slippery than any other locomotive that they tested and or ran. Yeah, but the thing is, I think, didn't the C&O, like, have a ton of engines? A ton of duplexes? Or not, I guess they are called duplexes, aren't they? Brain. A ton of articulated locomotives? Pennsy didn't. They did consider getting one at one point. They were considering getting a 2664 in the middle of World War II. But they went with a 210-4 in the end. So it doesn't really surprise me that the T1s never got a chance to shine. Alright, it's caboose bonking time, boys. The C&O had better grades on a lot of the trackage in the east than the Pennsy, which probably helped. Understandable. East Broad Top is a 282 with 30 k-pounds of tractive effort, or East Broad Top number 16. I don't like the idea of getting a larger engine, because people already really like the Tweetsy, and it outclasses every other engine in the game. Because it's the most powerful, well, second most powerful, but it's the most powerful and fastest in combination, you know? What would happen if we got a engine with more tractive effort? Well, everybody would just start using that instead, because people like running the longest trains possible, even though it lags the game to all get out. And it's not actually the fun way to play. At least in my opinion, it isn't. So, if we got a whole bunch of locomotives at once that were all around that power level, I'd be a little more interested. But as it currently stands, I think we can do without a EBT number 16. Back to spawn. Save game. Ashland Pacific, yes please, thank you. And with that, it's time for the last run of today. Oh, and I guess for the record, the Tweetsy has 16,000 pounds of tractive effort. The EBT number 16 has nearly twice that. It would outclass every locomotive in the game. What about those 2442 logging mallets? At this or malays, sorry. At this point in time, it's sort of the same situation as the Uinta. Like, they would be so powerful, probably. And, like, if you nerf their power so they're balanced in game, you're going to get people complaining on the Steam forum saying, it's not realistic, and it's... Those people are annoying. And if you don't nerf the power, the engine's just going to be overpowered, and it's a lose-lose situation for a lot of these, like, bigger locomotives. But did they have 2442 logging melees in the narrow gauge? I know they had them in standard gauge. I've seen the Skookum in person, but didn't know they had them in narrow. I think the main wheel slip issue with the T1s is the fact that the Penske engineers were used to old, overloaded K4 Pacifics that required a lot of throttle to get rolling, compared to the T1s, which were much more powerful and needed a lot less throttle jerk to get moving. That could be it. Did I just fall out of the cab? I think I did. That's funny. That would explain a lot about the T1s. It would definitely help make better sense of the situation. Which is a shame, though, because they're very pretty and unique locomotives, and they just didn't get a chance to shine. Another dead John Raritzson. Don't worry, he's fine. He'll just get back up as a zombie in 2 minutes. Maybe I'm thinking of some model trains I've seen, not sure if they are real or not. I know there were narrow gauge okay, I don't know if there were 2662s for logging. But I do know there were 2662s, obviously. Those things are overpowered. At least compared to what we have in game now. I know there were 2442s on the standard gauge. That were just specifically designed for logging. The train wobbles there, and I don't like that wobble. It's very sketchy. Whew, that scares me. We're gonna see that wobble happen again here, I think. Oh no, we're not. Never mind. Maybe here? No? Oh, yep, no, never mind. It did wobble there, but it didn't derail, so who cares? That bridge is kind of stupid. I might relay that as just regular groundwork. Oh wait, no, never mind. There might be some 2442s on the narrow gauge that went to Cuba for use on sugar plantations. Yeah, there could very well be 2442s on the narrow gauge. I would not be surprised if there were. I just haven't seen them, so like, eh. Oh yes, this is a good shot. This, however, is a bad route. We're not supposed to go this way. Shoulda checked the junction. There's literally nothing down this track except for like a single passing siding in the middle of nowhere. This is going to be the route to the oil field and log camp later down the line, but for now, it's nothing, and it's not the way we're supposed to go. I don't want to die. I don't want to jump the tracks. I don't want to screw things over. Yay, dead-ended line. Hooray! Yippee! Back it up, boys. We missed our route. Alright. Here we are. Carissa. Full steam ahead. And we're off to the races. It's gonna be kind of funny because, like, we're gonna look down on that one really big bridge over there that you can sort of see out of the corner of your eye. And we're just gonna look down at it and be like, pathetic. We're so much taller than you. But, oh my god, from this distance, you really get to feel how high up that thing is off the ground. It's just floating. John Raritzson must be a ripped, athletic Musa jumper. Have you seen his flat jump? It's insane, man. It's like Steve from Minecraft. He just launches himself a meter in the air and doesn't care. And his stamina's off the charts. He never stops running. Can we get a good angle from over here? Kind of. I'll accept that. That's a good picture. Good enough, at least. I found some scale model 242 model train on the internet by the name of 7mm Narrow Gauge Association. That must be what I'm thinking of. 7mm? How tiny... That's smaller than N-gauge. Between the rails. And if memory serves me right, by the way, I need to throw a switch here. Never mind, memory served me wrong. Can we get back in the engine? Thank you. Oh, we're not gonna see the route in daylight? Screw that. Options, gameplay, set it to 600, turn off that. I wanna, oh, right, 600 is a little too early. 650, on the other hand, is a little bit dark out, but let's change the weather. Gameplay, set it to partly cloudy. This might take a minute to change. But I don't want to wait a minute to show the route. Actually, I do. Who do I kid? Gameplay. 10. Back. Continue. That's more like it. So for those of you wondering where we are, because we're in a completely different part of the map, the freight depot, it's kind of hard to see, but it's down there. Yeah, we're up in the mountains. In a place that nobody ever builds because it's completely worthless. But now it's got a purpose, and so we're using it. Unfortunately, I was not able to get many truss bridges in this area because it's constantly at a 2% uphill, and so it's like impossible to make a good truss bridge, but... Oh, it's apparently 0-30 scale? Okay, that explains it. 7mm to a foot. I think that's what O scale is. Still live streaming? Yes, Clyde. We're gonna wrap it up in a moment here. This is the final train of today. But we are, in fact, still live streaming. I just wanted to show off the route to coal mine number 5 before we left. Because it's a gorgeous route. Also, don't mind my screenshot noises. I am still taking as many screenshots as I can with this new stuff because, I love it. I am so afraid that if I hit the brakes we're gonna start dying, but I have to. 'Cause we're coming into town, and oh, this is also a really fun way to get into town. I love this part. Because you actually have to loop underneath the coal mine. Between the backside and the front. Beautiful. And with that, we have arrived. Thank you all for joining in, everybody. I hope this stream was fun. It was a nice little thing to do just to pass the time, and now you all know a thing or two about the update. Hopefully. And it is dinner time. Actually, it's an hour and a half past dinner time. I need to go eat. So, thank you all for joining, and I will see you all on Sunday if you so choose to join the stream then. Cheers, everybody. Have a nice day.